What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we're here to check out what is considered an introduction into the BMW M brand. This is the BMW X1 M35i xDrive. So it's a small compact SUV with kind of like the M treatment. It's not a full M badge vehicle, but it's kind of like an introductory into the M brand. So it's a sporty vehicle that's quick on its feet, sounds good, and is relatively fun to drive. So what's powering this thing? Right off the bat, this is the most powerful four-cylinder that BMW has ever put in a car. This is the 2-liter twin power four-cylinder, giving you 313 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque, connected to a highly responsive 7-speed dual clutch transmission, 0 to 60s in 5.2 seconds. It feels quicker than that. It feels lighter on its feet than that. Your fuel economy, for those who are going to ask, you're looking at 23 city and about 31 highway. So people really buy this vehicle for the fun factor, and the price point for the fun that you're getting isn't really breaking the bank. You're looking at about $59,000 as shown. This one is in this blue lagoon metallic. They come up with these fancy names, but it's this really unique color. BMW is known for having very unique colors. And it looks good on this one, especially with the shadow line specification. So starting off at the front, of course, we have a large grille, totally blacked out, right? That's the shadow line specification. And then, of course, we do have functional vents and a blacked out front splitter. So right off the bat, you can tell that this is different from a traditional X1. So it stands out. Okay, so overall you have this muscular design language that BMW is placing on this SUV, but I really love the shadow line specification, the black accents, the functional vents, and the additional cooling that you're getting that you don't see in the regular X1 vehicles. Of course, you have LED everything up front, the daytime running lights and the high and low beam lights as well, but just the smooth and subtle styling really gives that muscular tone, that undertone to this vehicle overall. This vehicle is so much fun to drive. And of course, you got that M badge sitting up there in the grille as well. So it really stands out. And one thing I like from the exterior, you can also see this red 12 o'clock strip on the steering wheel. So it just makes it seem like it's something a little bit more special than the traditional BMW X1, which I like. Something that separates it. Coming to the side profile, the first thing you'll notice are those 20-inch wheels. You also have those M Performance brakes with those red painted calipers in the front and back. That looks nice. And then again, you have these M side view mirrors as well. You'll notice that right off the bat really separates it from a traditional X1. And of course, that shadow line spec is going to give you the blacked out window surrounds as well. You also have that M adaptive suspension. So, this is really, you're getting a lot in a small package in this vehicle here. But the overall proportions are what you would expect from a BMW SUV, especially in their compact line. So it's easy on the eye. It's really a good looking SUV from the exterior. But, my favorite aspect are those black accents against this paintwork. So you have blacked out side sills as well on the lower portion of the side profile. And then those wheels, those wide spoke wheels, 20 inches, really look great on those low profile tires. Just really gives it a sporty edge from the side profile. Now coming towards the rear, traditional BMW design language there, of course you would expect a spoiler. We do have a gloss black diffuser back there as well with the quad exhaust setup. That looks pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. And once it all gets warmed up, you get these pops and bangs from that exhaust system. Granted, some of the noise is pumped in through the speakers. There is a switch in the interior in this infotainment system which you could use to turn that off and on, but it does do pops and bangs naturally from the back. Now, of course, coming to the interior, oh wow. Now coming to the interior, you're getting what you would expect in a BMW vehicle. You have this dual screen setup, which they have in pretty much all their vehicles. We have the wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. And then, of course, you have these nice finishes, these soft touch materials. This is injection molding on the dash with a contrast blue stitching, some wood trim, and then we have the air conditioner vents coming lower. We do have wireless charging here, which is nice. 2 cup holders. And then on this floating center console, we do have your engine start stop, your driving controls, and the drive modes as well. A tiny bit of storage in this center console. You know, it's kind of shallow here. You can't really fit much. That's why you have this under portion, this under tray here, if you want to store more bulky items. The seats, you'll notice we have these M Sport seats that have illuminated M badging in them. That's a nice touch. And of course, you have the M flag incorporated into the design. Alcantara inserts with the blue contrast stitching as well. Looks great, feels great. They are power adjustable. And then coming over to the steering wheel, nice and thick steering wheel gives you a great sense of control over a performance vehicle. I like how they did the contrast stitching with the M colors, and then again that red 12 o'clock strip with the BMW logo, everything as you would expect. And then you have nice sized shift paddles behind the steering wheel. They're not too small, they're just the perfect size. They're the right size. So it's also really fun to drive this car in manual mode, as you would expect. And you get those pops and bangs. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Also in the cabin, we have this humongous panoramic roof, bringing in tons of natural light into this dark interior. I always love the panoramic roofs in the SUVs. I feel like that should be mandatory. The doors are done nicely with contrast stitching. You got your Harman Kardon sound system as well, your 2-position memory per seat, and of course, you have storage on the bottom of the doors as well. But I love the contrast stitching that breaks up the black a little bit in this interior. Now, coming towards the back, you're looking at a roughly 37 inches of legroom. I think around 41 inches up front here, but 37 inches of legroom in the back. So it is decent for a compact size vehicle. You do have 2 air conditioning vents and 2 USB ports as well. Oh, I love that crackle and pop. So when it comes to storage, you're looking at up to 57 cubic feet of storage if you drop that second row, so the practicality is there. But if you're looking for this, you know, you already know what you're getting yourself into when it comes to these M models. You're looking for a fun vehicle, so practicality isn't really put at the forefront, but since this is an SUV and we're living in a great era where everything can be made into a fast vehicle, SUVs deliver power, speed, and functionality too. This thing doesn't sound bad at all. So let me know what you guys think about this one. I just wanted to give a quick overview of the BMW X1 M35i. Now, we've done a full review on the X1 in general. So if you're interested in more information on just the basic X1 platform, be sure to check that video out. But the handling on this vehicle, I mean, it feels like it's on rails, not feeling much body roll at all, if any at all. It's just a fun vehicle to drive for under 60 grand. I think there's something to be said about that. So let me know what your thoughts are on this one. I'm sure you will. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves. I'll catch you guys in the next one.